Hi, and welcome back to Miss Kayla's Reading Corner. Today we'll be reading a book called Small Saul by Ashley Spires. This book is from Kids Can Press, and Ashley has other books that include the Fluffy Strikes Back, Blinky to the Rescue, Blinky the Space Cat, Blinky Takes Charge, Blinky Under Pressure, Blinky License to Scratch, The Magnificent Thing, and Larf. So, Small Saul. Written and illustrated, actually, by Ashley. Please excuse the cat. Jack, you belong over there. Small Saul loved the sea. He loved its vastness, its calmness, its blueness. He was meant to be on the water. Even as a child, he dreamed of life at sea. When he was old enough, Small Saul tried to become a sailor, but the Navy wouldn't have him. You must be this tall to join the Navy. Fortunately, pirates weren't so picky, so he enrolled in pirate college. Rules: never brush your teeth, take anything you want. R is a valid response to all questions. Small Saul was hardly a natural pilot. Being rough and tough just wasn't in his nature. He was very good at intro to swabbing the deck, but was easily distracted during treasure map interpretation. He did well in navigation, but he lacked focus in looting the basics. He was born to sing sea shanties, but not to hold a sword. Despite these setbacks, he was determined to graduate. Finally, after months of hard work, Small Saul earned his pirate diploma. Small Saul now had a chance to travel the open seas. He just needed to join a pirate crew. Even though Saul was small, it looked like no one had room for him. Until a voice hollered from the only remaining ship at port, "Ahoy there, climb aboard!" And at last Small Saul would be a real pirate. But it didn't take too long for the other pirates to notice that something was different about Saul. Even the captain began to wonder about his new crew member. Small Saul knew that if he wanted to remain at sea, he would have to prove his worth as a pirate. Pirate college had taught him that there are only 3 things pirates care about: their ship, being tough, lots and lots of treasure. Small Saul needed to show that he cared about these things as well. He began with the ship. Small Saul decided to add some special touches to make the rusty squid a bit more homey. Sadly, his efforts failed to impress his crewmates. I mean, I'd rather live in this than this, wouldn't you? Next, Small Saul considered how to be tough. Since fighting for him, he decided that a tattoo would be perfect. Unfortunately, the results didn't seem to intimidate anyone. The book he pulls the tattoo out of says Big Book of Bunny Tattoos. Redecorating the ship and demonstrating his fierceness hadn't worked. His only option was to get some treasure, but he wasn't sure how. Small Saul thought about how to find treasure while he swabbed the deck. He stewed about it through battles. He molded over on kitchen duty. Small Saul was so engrossed in the thought of treasure that he didn't even notice when the captain pushed him overboard. The rusty squid sailed away and left Small Saul behind. Poor Saul. Soon the mold began to pile up on the ship's deck. The crew was back to eating bland gruel and rat-nipped bread, and the cabins once again smelt like feet. It was pirate life as usual, and the crew members of the Rusty Squid should have been happy about it, but they weren't. Even the captain couldn't adjust to the old pirate ways. And that was when they realized Small Saul may not have been your average pirate, but he had tried his best. He had made their ship a home, and just like treasure, Small Saul was rare. The crew turned the Rusty Squid around and rushed back toward Saul, hoping that it wasn't too late. When the pirates apologized for throwing him overboard, Saul forgave them. They were pirates after all. Throwing people overboard is something they do. Small Saul was happy to be sailing again, and his shipmates were happy to have him back. He was where he was meant to be, sailing the high seas and being a pirate in his own special way. The back of this book includes the 2015 award-winning Canadian Books for Kids and Teens. I'm going to denote which ones are suitable for kids ages 4 to 7, and then ones that are suitable for children older than 7. So the ones suitable for students ages 4 to 7 are Sidewalk Flowers by JonArno Lawrson, Outstanding in the Rain by Frank Villa, Any Questions? Marie-Louise Gay. The Day My Mum Came to Kindergarten, Maureen Fergus. Dojo Daycare by Chris Tugis. Not Your Typical Dragon by Dan Barrowley. Dolphin SOS by Roy and Saval Mihi. A Brushful of Color, The World of Ted Harrison by Katherine Gibson and Margaret Rears. Music is for Everyone by Sydney Smith. Nancy Knows by Sybil Young. Hokey, Dawa Gertie and the Snowflake Girl by M.J. Matheson. The Magician of Auschwitz by Catherine Kaser. The Queen's Shadow, A Story About How Animals See by Sybil Young. If Kids Rule the World by Linda Bailey. Right, and then these are the books for students over 7 that won awards in 2015. The Adventures of Miss Petitfour by Anne Michaels. The End of the Line by Sharon E. Mckay. Dead Man's Switch by Sigmund Brouwer. Lockstep by Karl Schroeder. Shrikelings by Rachel Quitowska-Tinsley and Sheen Kosas. I'm going to write that one down. Playing with Matches by Sherry Rosen. The Night Gardener by Jonathan Axler. This One Summer by Makoto Kamniki. Write that one down as well. The Metro Dogs of Moscow by Rachel Delaney. A Taste of Heaven by Meg Tilly. The Path of Names by Ari Goldman. The Last Train, A Holocaust Story by Rona Artu. Peace Pipe Dreams, The Truth About Lies About Indians by Daryl Dennis. Dance of the Banished by Marsha Forchuk Skurapunch. Every Day is Malala Day by Rosemary McCarthy with Plan International. The Gospel Truth by Carolyn Pignett. Skaterscape by Sam Fisher. Weird Zone Sports by Maria Birmingham. Julian by William Bell, Ultra by David Carroll, Eva Wiseman, and the World Outside, The Swallow by Karis Coulter, Why We Live, Where We Live by Kira Goodman, Little You by Richard Van Camp, The Hidden Agenda of Sigmund Schugan by Jill McLean, The Rule of Three by Eric Walters, The Boundless by Kenneth Opel, Camp Outlook by Brenda Baker, Rabbit Ears by Maggie DeVars, Let's Get Cracking by Cindy Marco, Annalise Carr, How I Conquered Lake Ontario to Help Kids Battling Cancer, Annalisa Carr with Deborah Ellis, Tin Star by Cecil Castellucci, and Rush by Eve Silvers. I'm going to put all of these books that are 2015 award-winning books for kids and teens in the description box below, so you can take a look at them. This was, again, Small Saul, by illustrated and written by Ashley Spires. Take just a moment to hit that red subscribe button and the bell in the middle so you can get updates when I post. Suggestions are welcome, comments about the book, suggestions for new books. All right, have a great day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.